lifetime, and as soon as I couldn't take it for a day, like the worst brain fog I had ever experienced. It's like, that's not worth it down. It's kind of funny because I've been trying to catch a ghost on my lawn in Sims for days. Slightly more than maybe, but I have a pretty ghost island that I've set up.
say all the right things. And look, I don't think that she sounds intelligent. You can disagree.
Yeah, but you haven't actually substantiated anything, and so that means the ones that say
respects Trump a lot more than they did Biden, and I think he can get deals done that way. I do agree that he's still having a hard time with Ukraine, but who would not have a hard time getting that shit show closed down? I don't think that anybody else would do a better job than Trump, in my opinion. There's nobody else that can do as good of a job or get it done than Trump, in my opinion. I don't think Kamala Harris could get that done.
So Biden was doing better because he got more of Europe to help defend Ukraine. Trump pulled out of the funding, and then Russia got a bunch of. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. So Russia was able to take over more of Ukraine when Trump pulled out of that funding. And since he's limiting our relationships with our allies, destabilizing relationships with our allies, it leads to us not looking as strong and looking weaker. So Russia is given more power on circumstance. Plus, when we go to war with Iran, we're using resources over there rather than using resources specifically to be able to maintain a sovereignty for Ukraine.
I think we put enough money into Ukraine, personally. I don't think that the taxpayers
the dollars into the war with Iran.
I told you I didn't support that, dude. I said I support Trump. I said
You're willing to support Trump. Would you prefer putting money into Ukraine and the war with Iran, or just money into Ukraine?
prefer to be united because Trump ran up the war.
Comparing those two. Trump ran on no new wars, and then he started a war, dumbass.
I know.
He literally started a war. So then,
I didn't say anything.
Listen, if you compare Harris, right, which specifically she'd be funding Ukraine, but she wouldn't be going to war with Iran, then comparing funding Ukraine, she'd be funding Ukraine and funding the war with Iran, which would you prefer?
Funding the war with Iran, for sure.
So, you would rather just fund the war with Iran for no reason? Because you're funding the war with Ukraine. You're funding the war with Ukraine in either scenario. Because Trump is still doing that.
Are the kids inside now?
No.
Okay, but if you compare both administrations, that's the basis of what is going to be. So if you think that we shouldn't be, and you think we should be funding the war with Iran, then you should obviously prefer funding the war with Ukraine rather than funding the war with Ukraine and funding the war with Iran.
I saw a
That
person
literally makes no sense.
They were far away, so I didn't know how close they got to the kids. And I asked her, "Why did that person talk to you?" She said, "No."
Yeah, of
So
course,
we
no,
think it's just
it's
more,
a very basic
less
question.
of a risk.
It's a very basic question. See, you're just saying the right part out loud. Whenever I make a point that you clearly can't respond to, you just act like you didn't fucking hear it, act like you didn't understand it, act like it's something that you can't engage with. What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you really that unbelievably stupid that you can't engage with that point? Which would you prefer? Listen, I'll repeat it again. Which would you prefer? Funding the war with Ukraine and funding the war with Iran? Or funding the war with Ukraine? And that's it.
Just funding the Ukraine war.
There you go. That's what Harris's policy was. Genius.
Dude, I'm not saying that every policy I'm going to agree with Trump. His war policy is not my favorite.
But you agree more with Harris is what I'm saying. You prefer Harris's.
Nah, no.
Yes, you did.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. And look what the Democrats do. And this isn't necessarily Harris, but look at everything that Nick Shirley has been covering. I'm not going to go into it, but Nick Shirley has been in Cali.
He hasn't covered anything. You guys should debate me. But why doesn't Nick Shirley debate me? He's in California. Let's debate in person.
Oh, he's not gonna.
Yeah, he's scared, bro.
I don't. He is scared because I want to get on like an unfiltered. I already know Nick Shirley would not get on some shit like this.
Yeah, like seriously, like I would go in a professional context to debate him. No interruption.
But do you not think that he's uncovered some fraud that should be uncovered?
No, I think he's just trying to create a propagandistic narrative. I think his goal is not to uncover fraud.
Do you think it's about this? It's a race thing, or what do you think it's?
I think that because it definitely was. It was that for sure. That absolutely was a part of it. Yeah.
I think it became that. I don't think it started off as that, but I think people ran with that. Like I don't think that Nick Shirley is necessarily racist for uncovering Somalian fraud, but he didn't know.
Now the fact that he's trying to hyperfixate on this and acts like it's a big issue in of itself is one of the problems that I would mention. He literally created the conditions that led to Renee Good, Alex Freddie being murdered. You know that, right?
Also, while they keep calling the Somali fraud, like literally the person that's at the head of the overall quote-unquote fraud ring is a white woman. So, but no one talks about it.
That's true, but and also the governor of
That's not true at all.
Wait,
I don't believe anything.
No, he's the governor. He's the governor of Minnesota. Yeah, the governor of Minnesota is white.
Oh, I thought you said that he was a part of the fraud. So,
no, I was agreeing with you.
okay, I apologize.
No, you're good.
But yeah, bro, that's pretty. Saying score. I don't know that all of it is necessarily true, but if there's an inkling of truth to all the fraud and all the money that's being thrown around for these like daycares up there, I think that it should be put to a stop if it is true.
Okay, but like the point I'm making is that there's so much more fraud in Florida than there is in Minnesota or California. Why is he go to Florida? I say go to Florida. Florida has higher rates of fraud than both California and Minnesota combined.
That's probably true. I mean, that's pretty slimy down there. I wouldn't be surprised. But
It's literally like Florida. Like if people specifically deal with fraudsters, people who dealt with fraudsters know that people who are fraudsters go to Florida explicitly because of the laws they have on the books to try to evade accountability. That's what they do.
yeah. I mean, but you don't think it's somebody's job to expose what's going on within every state? I mean, I get that you want to go to Florida, but Cali is also big with fraud. I mean, it's not really the biggest, but Florida and Cali are both pretty big fraud states.
But like again, fraud is proportionally greater within Florida compared to California.
Dora, I mean, yeah, you're right, but Oklahoma, there's not a lot of fraud that goes down here. I've lived in Texas, I've lived in California briefly. And it seems like California has a ton of fraud going on.
And I would love to address and audit any fraud, but I don't think the way Nick Shirley's addressing this is meaningfully addressing that in any good way. I think it's just a propagandistic narrative that he's trying to use to act like Democrats are the only ones that cause fraud. And there's fraud in Republican states to even greater extents.
Sure, I think he is a little bit biased with what states he goes to, but I don't think that you can say, oh, just because it's a blue state, we're not going to uncover all the fraud. Just because they're Somalian, we're not going to uncover all the fraud.
No, that's not what we're saying. Any specific person who's committing fraud, we should go and try to uncover them. But obviously, what Nick Shirley's doing isn't to do that. That's not his goal. Okay? So you have to understand, you're being fed a propagandistic narrative that this is not specifically to uncover the fraud. If they cared about the fraud, maybe they would support Trump, the guy who's actively speaking, literally tried to fraud the 2020 election. Who's ardent fraudsters.
I don't know that. I don't know that he tried to fraud the.
He did. He tried to send false links of electors to Electoral College. Got Trump votes when he did win. He tried to steal the election.
But you didn't see the clips of people quote unquote frauding the election counts in blue states for Biden and ripping Trump back.
No, because if you look at all the court cases,
of that.
of course you did. But if you look at the court cases, 60+ court cases, audits in every swing state, none of them indicate sufficient evidence to overturn the election.
I see 449 in Alaska gas. Well, guess what? Look what it was under Biden. I mean,
I'm sorry.
I'm not
Did you
saying
hear anything I just said? What did I just say?
I have no idea. I was looking at the comments, bro.
Go fuck yourself. Genuinely, go fuck yourself. Why are you looking at the comments instead of responding to? Why?
Because somebody was talking about the gas price. So
Why do you care? Why the fuck are you responding to the chat? Genuinely. It's frustrating talking to people like you because I constantly have to repeat myself because you don't fucking engage with any of the points.
I'll get it. I'm sorry, bro.
You're not.
Can you just repeat the point so I can respond? I will respond, bro.
What was the last point you were under? No, I'll start from that.
I don't know. I have no idea. I was listening, but I just don't remember the last point, bro. I got that ADHD bad.
Okay, Donald Trump has pardoned fraudsters. Donald Trump tried to fraud the 2020 election. You said that there was stuff that happened.
This guy's such a liar. I have ADHD and I can comprehend and follow so fucking well. He's a liar. He's a bad piece of shit. Oh, I have ADHD. He doesn't have fucking ADHD. I hate all these people that come up there and they try to make people who have ADHD and autism look bad by saying that they should just ban this person.
Selling it all.
So sick of it. He's just fake. He's not real. He's a liar.
And so. Rest. stash.
Ha! Ha! Oh!
Everyone out there, when restart your TikTok, just make sure you click the profile picture at the top left, click the profile picture again, refresh for 10 seconds.
Alright, so
Restart. We don't have to deal with any of these restarts. Make sure that my YouTube are doing a job. I really appreciate your YouTube. That thumbs up for whatever. Gina, thank you so much for $15. Thank you very much. I know it's really ridiculous. Thank you so much, Gina.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Restart. Hello, it's like 600 people because
it's not been doing it for a long time.
Mm-mm.
I'm live on YouTube. Okay? You just had lunch. Yes.
Today, I attended my first Tuesday protest, and I wanted to give some information.
watch it, watch it. Color right. I don't know. But now I'm going live playing this. But I can't do it that way with you guys up anyway. Because you don't stop asking questions and talking. I don't want to want you on. Pull. And pull. Anything. House in Sun Hall. So. See if we can find Roy. Good now. Give him the money. Saving.
I've done so many bugs that are like 200,000, 300,000. We did very well, and it was like a 36 or 32-hour book or something long book. But they were
This does this work? I don't know if it does. I don't think it does. I don't think that's gonna work. Hello? Is that working? I don't think it's gonna work. Shall we? Keep this.
They're going
That's better. This. More bonus. the star?
You will die. You will die. But will everyone be left?
Scientists now confirm that people receiving this video are mad.
Two.
Have a great day, Judy.
I don't know what's going on. I appreciate all you guys, though. Dakota, I'm glad to see you hanging out here more, but love it. Love it. I'll see what I just clicked on my viewer list. I just clicked on my viewer list and I just froze to like right now. Dakota, still on that USB carpet. Destiny, Odie, George, Rain, Bella.
Sure how to feel.
I'm saying it again. But then I'm asking you how to want to take it right. Because when you're the one doing the wrong, I'm not doing the wrong. You scored count. The guy who's not looking at his book. You scored the guy that's causing division within our country. Just I am my partner when I work with Ed says when I go for trouble over Harris, right? Okay, because Harris did not use much policies at the time. I told you that. Did you see your policy website? There's 70 plus pages of literally comprehensive policy plans where Trump in Agenda 47 just said, we're going to do something like this. We're going to make this country great. It's going to be incredible. AI could show, law and order. Drill, baby, drill. But that's literally all he did. That was Agenda 47. And they weren't comprehensive plans. Okay? Terrorism has literal comprehensive plans. What's the terrorism? Terrorism. Terrorism work. Terrorism don't even know what the form of this country. Especially against China.
You know what?
Okay? Is that supposed to be that? More trust. What? What's terrorism? Why? Because they're in the United States. The restaurant use innovation. Never. they going to increase innovation if they were to do this global competition? Have you ever taken economics course before? Yeah, and Trump's making the economy worse. So we're less likely to stay number one economically speaking, if that's the case. My thing is just trying to okay, well, I'm giving you reasons. Would you like to respond to those intellectually? Any of the ones I just stated. So you're talking about tariffs? Right? Yes. When it comes to tariffs, I feel like tariffs don't come like China. They basically depend on their exports, right? Well, they depend on United States buyers. Whereas in the United States, I feel like more tariffs on China, it actually helps us rather than them. So when you say it makes it worse, I don't understand your point. These are just tariffs on China. These are tariffs on every country. Especially China's like one. So you're just saying the thing is there were tariffs on China under the Biden administration. There were certain targeted tariffs, but the issue that Democrats have is not the issue that Democrats have with the universal tariffs that Trump is advocating. And Trump has passed. Yeah, I know Trump is annoyed. I know he's a narcissist. My thing is, if we're at 60% emission rate, and I'm saying there is something to be concerned about, you cannot just smile at. He's repeating the same thing. You just repeat the same. That's why I wrote it earlier. I feel like something is like set up. Yeah, but like I just keep repeating the same thing. It makes no sense. So finish talking about tariffs. Why can't you more universalized tariffs? They are harmful for this country. Actually, every metric in the economy is that worse off since Trump got on. It's been the worst year of job growth for the past 4 years. We have lower real domestic manufacturing investment every single quarter of Trump's administration. Lower real GDP growth in 2025 as compared to 2024. Lower real median wage growth in 2025 as compared to 2024. We literally have higher inflation now. The OECD forecasted 4.2% inflation year over year because of Donald Trump's war with Iran.
Got something you need stashed? Put it out right now and she said that you sounded like, what the fuck did you sound like? Sure me, baby. I told her you're Puerto Rican. She said you sound British.
Trump, if you look at economics, crime, and foreign policy.
So I support Trump and his One Big Beautiful Bill that cut taxes. I support the tariffs. And for foreign policy, we've seen Trump negotiate ceasefires between numerous different nations. And for crime, we've seen crime drop the lowest it's ever been since 1900. And this is due to numerous policies like